Hello guys, I wanted to do my story uh, to plug those little, what they call them, video shorts I've been putting out about Serenity. Uh, they're important, and I feel like, if nothing else, share my story with someone that don't know me, hadn't heard it, might find something in it similar to some of the things they went through. Anyhow, to make a long story short, I've been dealing with alcohol addiction and substance abuse pretty much ever since I was in my 20s. Uh, Went through a spell there and I thought I was managing it, and again, you know, I guess for a while I was, but it turned out there it got progressively worse, so I'll fast forward a little bit because I don't want to make a 2-hour video here. Uh, I gotten to the point that I had developed physical dependence on alcohol, and I couldn't get up and function if I didn't have alcohol. Now, if you want to know how that works out, and while I maintain my job, or probably active in my addiction about the last 5 to 7 years of my employment, and maybe more. But it got to the point that I couldn't get up in the morning without drinking. And when I had to go to work, it made that a lot worse. Now, I had this ethic that I thought I was never going to drink at work. And indeed, I never really did drink at work. Uh, Trouble is, I drank so much the night before. When I got ready to get up in the morning, anybody that drinks whiskey and vodka knows what I'm talking about. That stuff will sweat out of your skin. And so I dragged myself into work best I could, and smelling like a pickle. Smelling like a pickle. Ain't no other word for it. I mean, bath wouldn't wash it off. Wasn't enough cologne in the world. And it just got to the point that I just didn't care anymore about it. I just didn't care. I didn't care if it killed me. Actually, I didn't got to that point. I didn't care if it cost my career. I didn't care about anything. All I cared about was drinking again. And that went on quite a while. Took a vacation one time. I remember this so clearly. Well, if you know anything about addicts and alcoholics, we don't just stop at one thing. I found out if I mixed those Ativan and Valiums with that alcohol, it'll really bump it up. In fact, it'll black me out. It has a couple of times. I've said and done things I don't remember. Anyhow, I went my little spell with that. I had to take off for a week's vacation, and I spent my entire vacation in bed, detox. Nobody, I didn't go to a treatment center. Nobody even questioned me about it. The only fellow that did was one of my dear friends. And actually, my sponsor called me and wanted to see how I was doing. So I know what an addict is because it was my job. I mean, that's the only reason I could do my job, I reckon, as easy as it was. Cause, I mean, even hung over and burn out. You know what an addict is, and what an alcoholic is. You know what their lives are because you done told them. And what you hear in the background is church music going on. I don't go to mass there because I don't understand their language. And if I did, I probably wouldn't go anyway. On occasion. But the idea of being a functional alcoholic, people might say, oh, well, I don't know, there's no such thing. Well, I'm here to tell you, there is such a thing for a while. Eventually, everything wears out. If I had not gotten to the point that I'd gone through a divorce, lost my house, and my ex-wife I spent up about $50,000 in my retirement. Right before I retired, she was still into some stuff, and we just got so far apart on. All I knew what to do was drink. I mean, that's all I did to cope was drink. But we had gone through a divorce over separation first started with. I remember sitting out on Ponderosa Drive there in Mobile after she had lost her job for some behaviors that I'm not going to get into on the video. But 15 years paying on his house, we couldn't get Wells Fargo to refinance or defer the loan anymore. Anyway, the bottom line is they foreclosed on us. So I have all my stuff out here. We have a yard sale. Everything in the house got to go. And I'm sitting out there on the couch looking up at the moon. And I'm drinking right out there in the wild. I don't even care. I finally get to the point that I just can't take no more of it. I can't take the shakes. I can't hold a cup of coffee. I just had enough. So I went to the center where I work. My phone's falling. I don't have a tripod. Went to the center where I was still employed at the time, by the way. And we had a new manager. And he had said something to the effect, I want to help all the employees any way I can. So he was new, and I had a boss that already done told me she well been wanting to get rid of me for years. In fact, she had folks following me around the center. She thought I was drinking at work. So his name was Major Glenn Fight, and he looked at me kind of funny when I told him what I needed. I told him I needed to come in for a while and need a place to cool my heels and get a grip on things. And indeed, that's what I did. So I moved myself into the Salvation Army, went through the detox myself for almost a week and a half, and still worked. I mean, I had to work. So I finally got to the point that I could get back to work and manage to do a day and another day and another day. Go to meetings, talk to my sponsor. And I remember going to the meetings and being a therapist and going to a meeting. Those things seem natural to me at the time. There's always been this schism in AA with professionals. I didn't go there as a professional. I went there as a drunk. And I went there with the understanding that I needed some direction and some help, that I couldn't do it on my own. And I found a community there, support. My clients were there. Yeah, I still had clients. I was still assigned a caseload. My clients were there. So it was an interesting year. When I picked up my 1-year medallion, I'll never never forget it. I've had several accomplishments in my life. I mean, I do things mainly because folks tell me I can't. Not that I'm a real ambitious kind of guy. And when I got that 1 million today, I thought that was just something else. We call it heavy metal in recovery. You know, that I'm constantly reminded, even then when I picked it up, my sponsor reminded me. It don't matter. 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. All you got's right now. Now's what matters. So I took that to heart, and I try to do my best every day to mainly do my own inventory. Where I'm at now, we don't have a lot of meetings. I look at stuff online, and I do go to church here. I feel like even though I don't understand what the hell they're saying most of the time, it's still that sense of community and belonging and fellowship that it helps me. So that's kind of a rambling about what happened. I'm going to play this video back and see if I need to just do another. Because I don't use editing tools to edit videos. I really don't know how yet. Thank you.